What's up? This Master Apprentice. This is my homeboy Dark Age back there doing his own thing. Um, I'm just gonna show you guys my new dark guy I put together. Start off with the beat sticks. I run Kai's the Shadow Monarch. I think it's kind of necessary to have this in this deck right here. It's remove a dark from play or any card from play. Lose 1,000 if it's a dark. I run Trigodia. I think it's pretty good special summon card. It kind of speeds up the deck a lot. Get a field advantage. Dark Arm Dragon. I know a lot of people kind of don't want to run the card because you have to have three exactly, but it all works out. I have the Dark Creator. That card can give you good field advantage also. This is kind of why I run it. Dark the 50s. Pretty good card. I just use it just to have a 2400 on the field. And it can destroy a spell or trap. So it kind of eliminates some problems you may be having. Genzo, everybody knows about Genzo. Negate your opponent's traps. Pretty much, once you get the monster out of the way, you pretty much a direct attack. Dark Knight. This is a pretty good card. I mean, it's not too strong unless you have darks in the graveyard, but it's a dark deck, so you're gonna have your darks in there. And you can also speed up your deck. It allows you to draw one card when it destroys a monster. Now I have DD Scout Plane. Haven't seen too many people with this in, but I think it's a pretty good card. When it's removed from play, you get a special summon attack position. I know that's the reason why people don't have it in, is because it goes in a attack position. But if you have something protected in, it's pretty good. You can keep using it over and over for Dark Armor's effect and some other cards you might have. Armageddon Knight. Help your graveyard out a lot. If you don't have the required amount of darks for your cards, you can discard a card from your deck. Sangin. This is basically a must-have for this deck. I mean, it speeds up your deck and everything. Plus, it's a dark. Got a good effect. I also run Lancer Archfiend. 1600 once per turn. If one of my monsters declare an attack with a defense position monster, you do the attack minus the your opponent's monster's defense. Got the piercing thing going, so that's always pretty good. That's extra damage when they try to defend themselves against you. Kaku, I just threw Kaku in there because he's 1800, and most people have cards that activate in the graveyard, or if you got copies of something in the graveyard, I can pretty much stop that and get rid of those cards. Spirit Reaper, that's a good stall card. I think it's a pretty good deck, a pretty good card to have in your deck on a dark deck when you're running a dark deck. Blast Sphere, it's a pretty good card. I mean, it can help you hit your opponent for additional life points when you attack it when it's attacked face down and everything. So I feel like it was a need for me to run that. Genix Allied Power Cell. It's a pretty good card. 1700 4-star. It increase every other darks attack by 500, so it can make your monsters pretty powerful if you're liking that at that point of time. I use Card Guard. 1600 original, but when you put the counter on him, he's 19, so pretty good. Big stick and everything. It also has another good effect where it can help your monster not be destroyed if you need it to last one more turn. Breaker, the Magical Warrior. I also use that as a big stick and to get rid of one set spell or trap. It's a pretty good card to have in. Pitchback Warwolf, much like Genzo, I use it for that purpose, so I don't have to worry about my opponent's traps activating during the battle phase. Ape Fighter is a pretty good card. 1900 each time it destroys a monster. It gains 300 additional attack each time. If it doesn't destroy a monster a turn, the attack goes back to its range of 1900. And the last of my monsters is Genix Ally Crusher. It's a pretty good card when you're running a dark deck. Has 2000 defense. When you normally summon a card with the same attribute, destroy one card on your opponent's side of the field. That's a pretty good card. Now with my spells, I have Allure Darkness, of course. I feel like that's a necessity in your deck. Speeds up your deck, and plus you run an all dark deck, so you always have a dark to remove from play, especially if you don't need it in your hand. I'm gonna leave you at the house next time. Anyway, I run Mystical Space Typhoon, Source of Revealing Light, just in case my deck's not flowing too good. I have a Dark Hole in. I run Veil of Darkness, which is a pretty good card. For those who don't know what it does, during my drawing phase, if I draw a dark, I can reveal that dark and send it to the graveyard to draw one more card. It's a pretty good card. Speeds up the deck. It easy way to add a dark to the graveyard if you need it. Giant Trunade. Thinking about just running 2 Mysticals instead of a Giant Trunade, but for right now I just have that in. Upstart Goblin. Another good way to speed up your deck. A lot of people don't use it because it gives your opponents 1,000 life points, but if you get what you need, it really won't matter. Monster Reborn, Shield Crush. Get rid of your opponent's defense. And I run the beginning of the end. It's kind of a, depending on how your deck's flowing, it's kind of, you might not be able to use it at that time where I can just discard it. But if you have 7 or more darks, you can remove 5 to draw, I think it's 3 cards. So that's a major speed bonus if you have the cards in your yard. Now I'm going to go to my traps. I ran Bottomless Trap Hole. That's a necessity. Destruction Jammer. I had in Magic Jammer for it, but I only was going to use Magic Jammer for that purpose, so I just put in Destruction Jammer. Call it 100. Give back some of my monsters that were destroyed, especially my strong ones. Mirror Force. I feel like it's a staple. You should have in 7 Tools of the Bandit. That's another staple. Solemn Judgment. Don't have Solemn Warning right now, but I feel like Solemn Judgment is more flexible because you don't always have 2,000 life points. Turn to Tribute. Magic Cylinder. Help you inflict damage to your opponent's life points. Magic Drain. And I run Escape from the Dark Dimension. A lot of the cards like Dark Armed and Dark Creator has something to do with removing cards from play. Even Allure of Darkness, well, I can use Escape from the Dark Dimension to bring one of those cards back. This here is my extra deck that I switch out depending on the opponent I play. A lot of people synchro summon a lot now, so when I'm doing that kind of person, I use Intercept Wave. I just got it not too long ago. All synchro monsters are changed to defense, and then the face-up synchro monsters are returned to their opponent's hand or extra deck. Azerion Universe is a great 1800 dark. You can minimize its attack to attack opponent's defense position cards, and they lose that damage. Just took out Lightning Vortex. Can't remember what for though, but if I decide to put it back in, it's right here. Safe Zone. A lot of people don't like running that card, but if you have a main card in your deck that has a pretty good effect and you don't want to destroy it, it's a pretty good card to have on there. Black Horn of the Heaven stops your opponent from special summoning.